This is Cardio Maxi, a character who's too stubborn to pay for any kind of transportation. Our goal is to powerwalk across the entire main quest without ever using the teleport and return actions, mount, or e-try tickets as a cheap way out. It will be gruesome. It will be brutal. I may want to commit war crimes after my 10th time return to the Waking Sims, but I will not back down until Cardio has seen it all. Now, let's get walking. In the last episode, we picked the Order of Twin Adders as our grand company of choice. Having made our way back to Eorzea, it's time to officially join their ranks. I also took this opportunity to finish the Archer quest line so I could eventually unlock Bard. After that, I picked up the Chocobo unlock quest since it's required to finish A Realm Reborn. Now, here's the kicker. You only need to buy the Chocobo license in exchange for the whistle that unlocks the mount and the quest completes after that, which means that I don't actually need to mount the Chocobo. I thought it would be pretty funny to just discard a whistle, but the game didn't let me do that, so I'll just leave it in a static corner of my inventory to collect dust until the end of times. In order to afford the license though, we needed to buy with seals. Thankfully, the game is very kind to give a bunch of them on the very next main scenario quest, so I just need to cash in after... Okay, fuck this shit, I gotta do fates instead. Before resuming my side questing and hunt logging, I also made a quick detour to hire this dapper old chap of a reclaimer and put it in Cardio's bank account to store all of her gil. This way, it'll be less likely to accidentally teleport, and it's not like she's gonna use money in this adventure anyway. At this point, I can safely say I know the Black Shroud of Phenolin like the back of my hand. A Realm Reborn was not designed with flight in mind, and the map locations reflect that a lot. There are so many little waymarks and vistas spread across Eorzea, which were always meant to be seen on foot. The silhouette of a distant city, a giant tree-stump tower on the horizon, little nooks and crannies everywhere you look. Even if you get terribly lost, just follow the roads, and you should lead back to safety of civilization in no time. With Cardio's entire bucket list done, I decided to bite the bullet and continue the next queue. In case you've forgotten, the faster route to Vesper Base visiting the Gold Saucer, which just leads me back to Ul'dah for free, and then I just leave through West Phenolin. For some reason though, I had a brain fart during this recording of the segment, and took the unnecessarily long route of South Shroud through Eastern then Central then Western Phenolin, and I was going insane for no good reason because of that. What matters though, is that it worked out. And I also took the opportunity to accept the unlock quest for Hrothgal in Sunken Temple of Karn. For now, they're just optional dungeons with nothing special to offer, but if my memory serves right, this may be a surprise too that will help us later. Alright, Fifi, I'm back. What do you want? Oh, of course. I love how you permanently planted into Waking Sims and never tagged along during the main quest, so I'm forced to constantly hop back and forth between the locations that was just at. Oh, that's amazing, thank you! One power walk later, and our next mini arc begins, communing with the local cabbage fairies through the power of whimsical dancing. Despite being my third or fourth time replaying the base game, I always forget about how long the segment before the next dungeon is, especially the detour to Lancelmensa. But hey, now we have 2 quest objectives that point to La Noscea, so it's time to employ our go-to shortcut. You know what? I thought it was going to take longer. I should have probably stripped down before pulling the plants. Ah, there we go. Just like in the first episode, the game expects me to just pay a ferry skipper to airport so I can reach my next destination. But that costs skills, so we're not gonna do that. The routing is very simple. Middle La Noscea, then Western La Noscea, and then follow the road for a brand new region, Upper La Noscea. Then I took another detour to progress the Bard questline in Eastern La Noscea, another previously visited area from episode 1. Coastal objectives finished, and it's back to Shroud for us, so you know what it means. Using the Gold Saucer shortcut, I decided to take a quick pit stop at Ul'dah before the next leg of the journey. And that was the end of day 1. Day 2 begins with unlocking Hrothgal on the way to the Shroud, and finally, I continue the riveting main quest of talking to the same guy 4 times in a row. After all the petting quests kerfuffle, it's time to rescue Grandpa Cabbage in a new dungeon, the 1000 Miles of Todorok. For this one, I actually had a friend from the Final Fantasy XIV Discord server tagging along with our Ronso character so we could skip the DPS queue. The run was very enjoyable, and my favorite part of this game will always be the social aspect, so thank you again for stopping by. Can you guess where we're going next? On the way there, I passed through another Bard concert, something that I would just completely miss if I teleport directly to our destination. the small joys of life. See? The room back doesn't even bother me anymore. The joys of jolly cooperation really makes my day. Bestie, what is this? Oh, I see how it is. You think you offer me mercy by giving me the easy way out, don't you? Well, let me tell you something, bestie. The journey is my destination. A road untaken is a lesson unlearned. And I mean to learn all lesson life has to offer me, because I'm no fucking quitter. That is the cardio maxing way. Anyway, this ticket is going to the garbage, but thank you. In search for signs of Mr. Evil McMia, aka Masked Man, aka La Habrea, we take a tour to High Bridge. There, we do the Final Fantasy XIV quest tradition of speaking to exactly 3 NPCs and leave you settlement the games presents you, learn nothing of use, and get sent to another location instead. After a bit of walking, we get to another new location, Southern, another optional dungeon unlock later, and we chat a bit with the leader of the local Alamigi refugees, who sadly tell us to fuck off, so we need to curb favor with him by helping his people. Once again, my brain erased part of this law from my mind, and I thought the entire Alamigo subplot would happen right now, but no! First I need to pray a return to the waking sense, talk to me Philip, then another guy, travel all the way to Core Mule in a South Shroud, talk to another woman, talk to yet another guy, heal him, rescue his spooky, then finally get on the leader's good side, back where we started to probably continue this questline. That was a very, very long day indeed. This time, Cardio here shall rest between rocks and stars by a white campfire, and hopefully restore her energies for the next leg of her journey. Take care, and until next time. Hey, thank you for watching the video and making it all the way to the end. I'm testing new shit and making audio adjustment, testing filters and more tools, recording on a new phone, a new app, like new everything to see if the audio is not shit this time. I also had some complaints about my voiceover only coming from one speaker in other episodes. Hopefully this is sorted out now. If it's not, I'm cursing, but I think it's solved. I thought this episode was going to be about Titan and this log to get to Titan, but turns out the Titan's log is so big that it even has this ginormous portion of MSQ where nothing happens. And I decided to turn to content anyway. I don't want to just cut it out, and I still think it's part of our journey and it deserves to be seen. Hopefully the result is something you'll like. Let me know in the comments. Okay, that's all for today. Bye.